My name is Paul Sklar. I'm a career fitness trainer for the last 30 years, and I'm one of the top fitness influencers in the world.
Paul Sklar is aging like fine wine, proving that you can be in phenomenal shape in your 50s and beyond. The 51-year-old former world-ranked athlete is a father of four, as lean as a bonobo and strong as an ox, redefining what it means to have a dad bod. When asked about the secret to his enviable body, Paul shares some insights and says, "I think most guys don't really understand what it actually takes to really truly change your physique. They try to train the way they were in their 20s, and that doesn't really work well when you get into your late 30s and early 40s and beyond. But overall, I follow 3 rules that has helped me stay fit over 50. With that in mind, follow along as we outline some of Paul Sklar's keys to maximizing muscle growth, getting fit, and staying in good health as you grow older. 1. Moderate your portion sizes. I think the biggest problem is that people consume too much in a portion. The way I look at it is, if you want to live happy, you want to live healthy. In my 30 years in this business, I've found that restricting people's diet usually ends up with poor results. If I tell you that you can't eat a cookie, the only thing you can think about is eating a cookie. The key is moderation with all. So when I look at food, I look at it in the sense of, is it going to help me or is this going to hurt me? And then I make an educated decision on whether or not I want to actually do it. I think people are less than mindful when it comes to eating, so they just take in stuff and don't even really know what they're taking in. Number 2, create a mental image of your dream body. It's really about formulating a goal. You have to actually see what you want to accomplish before you can start. So if you decide you want to get in shape, you've got to have this mental image of what you want to look like, how you want to feel, how you want your body to perform. If you can formulate that image and get that image in your mind, then you can take the proper steps to get there. Number 3, don't slack on cardio. Keeping the weights heavy doesn't mean you should skip cardio altogether. While cardio training should be a supplementary factor in your routine, you should raise the proverbial bar higher as you age, opting for more functional HIIT or high-intensity interval training instead of spending hours walking on the treadmill every day. HIIT increases cardiovascular endurance and enhances stamina through short bursts of intense exertion. Not only is HIIT more time efficient than traditional steady-state cardio, but it also helps you speed up your resting metabolic rate for 24 to 36 hours after finishing your workout, helping you burn even more fat. When asked about if he takes any performance-enhancing drugs or if he is on TRT or HRT, he answers, "I work out hard and smart and have done so consistently for decades. I do not and have never used any performance-enhancing drugs, nor do I do TRT, HRT, or growth hormone. These are all shortcuts and extremely dangerous. Anyone who knows me personally knows my moral and educational position on steroids. Don't forget, eating healthy alone won't give you a good physique. You have to work for it." When it comes to his diet, Paul says, "The reason that at age 51 I still have the physique that I have is due to one thing. It's mindset. Diet plans and diets do not work unless you have the right mindset. I've been a professional trainer for 30 years, and I can tell you that every single client that's come to me and said, 'I'm going to go on this diet, I'm going to go on that diet, I'm going to cut sugar out of my diet, I'm going to just eat meat,' every single one of them has failed. Now, maybe they've been able to hold that diet for a few days or a few weeks, but in the end, something derails them. That's where the mindset comes into play. If you have the wrong mindset going into understanding about your diet and your exercise, you will inevitably fail." So let's now dive into his diet routine. Paul begins his days with a coffee before heading into work. He adds a scoop of chocolate collagen, which makes it taste like a mocha. So I always start my morning with a cup of coffee. I really didn't start drinking coffee until my 40s, and more so now my 50s. When you get a little bit older, it gets a little bit harder to wake up, so a cup of coffee in the morning does the trick. I've recently, over the last couple of months, been putting chocolate collagen in my coffee, and it just makes my coffee taste that much better. From mid-morning lunch, Paul's calorie intake comes from shakes combining protein powder with fruit and peanut butter. As a trainer on the floor, I don't really have a lot of time to eat, and I really don't want to be eating food in front of my clients, Paul says. Since I was a kid, I never liked to eat a lot at breakfast time. It's just the way I was, so for me, it's always been easier to consume calories in liquid form. I will do a whey protein isolate shake. I do 1.5 scoops, so it gives me about 40 grams of protein. I throw in a banana, a tablespoon of peanut butter. I put it in about 20 to 25 ounces of water, and then I like to throw in blueberries so I get a lot of my fruits, proteins, and my nutrition first in the morning with a shake. I'll drink that shake about 8 o'clock, and it takes me about an hour to drink it. I like to drink it slow and let it absorb. I don't like to just chug it all at once. He follows this up with his lunch between 12 and 3 p.m., where he will have his first solid meal of the day. This typically consists of scrambled eggs, rice, oats, and even PB&J sandwiches. I keep it simple when it comes to lunch. I like to scramble up eggs. I usually do 3 to 4 full eggs. I like to throw a slice or 2 of American cheese on top. I recently started adding grits to my eggs together with vegetables. I like to throw in spinach, red peppers, yellow peppers, and green peppers. I will throw avocado on top of the eggs. Avocado is great. It's a healthy fat. If the eggs is not enough for my hunger, I will occasionally follow that with a peanut butter and honey or a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. When it comes to snacks, Paul says I like to snack on a handful of cashews and almonds. I do so very slowly. I make sure to chew it up a bunch. That way, I'm not just guzzling it in. Dinner. Dinner is usually pretty simple. I've got 2 kids, 9 and 11 years old. The rest of my older boys are out of the house, so lots of times I will eat the same grilled chicken or grilled nuggets and pasta and peas that they eat. Other times I will eat a medium-sized grilled vegetable pizza, Paul says. When it comes to Paul's approach to his exercise routine, it's pretty straightforward. And just like his diet, he says it's all about mindset. It's truly about defining your goal. You must clearly envision what you wish to achieve before you can begin, he emphasizes. But before we get into Paul's exercise routine, we have fantastic news for you. We are thrilled to announce that our highly requested ebook, 8 Minutes Fitness at 50 Plus, is finally here. This comprehensive fitness guide is specially curated for individuals over the age of 50 who are committed to leading a healthy and active lifestyle. Packed with expert advice and tailored workouts, it's your key to a vibrant and active life. But hurry, exclusive price for 48 hours only. Click the link in the description to grab your copy now, and let's start this incredible fitness journey together. Now let's shift the focus back on Paul's exercise routine. When you see someone, what's the first muscle group that you look at that shows physical strength and physical dominance? So, big question. How am I able to maintain the aesthetic physique that I have today at the ripe old age of 51? Sklar's workouts are often made up of supersets using a handful of exercises, high in volume with minimal rest. Monday, legs and glutes. Paul kicks the week off with a leg day challenge. Here is his go-to program for glutes and legs. Barbell front squats, 3 sets, 15 reps. Wall sits, 3 sets, 60 seconds. Reverse dumbbell lunges, 3 sets, 15 reps. Standing calf raises, 3 sets, 15 reps. Reverse alternating barbell lunges, 3 sets, 15 reps. Deadlifts, 3 sets, 12 reps. Leg extensions, 3 sets, 15 reps. Tuesday, abs. Paul Sklar wasn't recognized as a top fitness influencer for no reason. He knows what he is doing, and his abs speak for themselves. Here are some ab exercises Paul does to maintain his core strength and sculpted obliques. Alternating knee raise pull-ups, 3 sets, 8 reps. Russian twists, 3 sets, 12 reps. Dead bugs, 3 sets, 12 reps. V-ups, 3 sets, 12 reps. Crunches, 3 sets, 15 reps. Hollow holds, 3 sets, 30 seconds. Wednesday, run outdoors. On Wednesdays, Paul takes a long 5 to 6 mile run outdoors around his property in North Carolina. Running is a great exercise when you need a break from the gym training. It also has many health benefits, like improving cardiovascular fitness, reducing the risk of disease, promoting weight loss, and much more. Thursday, chest and back. On Thursday, Paul is back in the gym lifting weights and burning out his chest and back muscles. Here are a few exercises he performs in an upper body program. Push-ups, 4 sets of AMRAP. Diamond push-ups, 5 sets of 12 reps. Pull-ups, chin-ups, 4 sets of AMRAP. Parallel bar dips, 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps. Bench press, 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Cable crossovers, 5 sets of 12 to 15 reps. Straight arm cable pull downs, 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps. Renegade rows, 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps. Seated cable rows, 4 sets of 12 to 15 reps. Friday, arms and shoulders. On Friday, Paul performs a heavy upper body strength training program emphasizing his arms and shoulders. Here's a sample of one he might do. Push presses, 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Military presses, 4 sets of 12 reps. Reverse flies, 4 sets of 12 to 15 reps. Dumbbell shrugs, 4 sets of 12 reps. Hammer curls, 4 sets of 10 to 12 reps. Single arm heavy band curls, 4 sets of 12 to 15 reps. Lying triceps extensions, 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Cable rope pushdowns, 4 sets of 12 reps. Saturday, rest. Paul takes a day off from the gym on Saturday and lets his body rest and recover. Sunday, family walk. On Sundays, Paul spends time outdoors with his family. They might go for a long walk around their property or a hike in the mountains. In a time where the world is obsessed with chemically enhancing their physiques, Paul Sklar's rise to the top in the fitness space has truly shown everyone that you don't need the jab to get shredded. He inspires lifters young and old, showing that hard work, quality nutrition, and consistency can help you achieve incredible results naturally well into your 50s. So, are you thinking about trying Paul's workout routine? What part of this training interests you the most? Let us know in the comments below.